It was a rainy Tuesday evening when my world shattered like glass under a hammer. I came home from work, soaked to the bone, expecting the usual, my wife Sarah greeting me with that warm smile, our two kids bouncing around the living room, and the smell of her famous lasagna wafting from the kitchen. Instead, I found her sitting at the dining table, her eyes red from crying, a half-empty glass of wine in her hand. "We need to talk," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. Those 4 words hit me like a freight train. Little did I know, this conversation would force me to confront the deepest fears in my marriage, question everything I thought I knew about love, and ultimately rebuild our life from the ashes. If you're watching this, stick around because this story isn't just about heartbreak, it's about redemption, growth, and the kind of love that survives the storm. And if it resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life relationship tales that might just save yours one day. My name is Alex, and Sarah and I had been married for 12 years. We met in college, back when life felt like an endless adventure. She was the free-spirited art major with paint smudges on her jeans, and I was the pragmatic engineering student buried in textbooks. Opposites attract, they say, and we did, fiercely. We built a life together, a cozy house in the suburbs, our son Ethan who's now 10 and obsessed with soccer, and our daughter Lily, 7. With her endless questions about the world. Work kept me busy as a project manager at a tech firm, and Sarah juggled freelance graphic design with being the heart of our home. From the outside, we were the perfect family. But cracks had been forming, subtle at first, like hairline fractures in ice. It started small. Sarah began staying out later with her girls' nights, coming home with stories that seemed a bit too animated, her laughter a touch too forced when I'd ask about her day. I'd notice her texting more, her phone screen lighting up at odd hours. I chalked it up to stress, maybe the kids were wearing her down, or her work wasn't fulfilling her like it used to. I tried to be the supportive husband, flowers on random days, date nights squeezed into our hectic schedule. But deep down, I felt a gnawing unease, like a storm cloud gathering on the horizon. That rainy night, as I hung up my coat and sat across from her, Sarah took a deep breath. "Alex, I love you. I really do. But I've been feeling trapped lately. Like I've lost a part of myself in this marriage." My heart sank. Trapped? I'd given her everything, or so I thought. She continued, her words tumbling out like a confession long suppressed. "I want to date other men. Not leave you, not divorce. Just explore. Experience life outside of us. And I need you to accept it, to be okay with an open marriage." The room spun. Date other men? Expected me to accept? It felt like a punch to the gut. Anger flared first, how could she? Then betrayal, sharp and stinging. Was I not enough? Had our vows meant nothing? I didn't yell. I couldn't. Instead, I just stared at her, the rain pounding against the windows like my racing heartbeat. "Why?" I managed to croak out. Sarah explained through tears. She'd read books on non-monogamy, joined online forums where women shared stories of feeling alive again after opening their relationships. "It's not about you failing me," she said. "It's about me needing more. Adventure, excitement. I've been a wife and mom for so long, I forgot who Sarah is." Her words cut deep because they echoed my own unspoken doubts. Had I become too complacent? Our sex life had dwindled to routine, our conversations to logistics about kids and bills. But opening our marriage? That was a bridge too far. I stormed out into the rain, driving aimlessly, tears mixing with the downpour on my windshield. The next few days were a blur of silence and tension. I slept on the couch, avoiding her eyes. The kids sensed something was wrong. Ethan asked why Daddy was sad. Lily drew pictures of us all holding hands to fix it. Work became my escape, but even there, focus eluded me. I confided in my best friend, Mike, over beers one night. "She's asking for an open marriage? Dude, that's insane. Kick her to the curb." But I couldn't. I loved her. Flawed, complicated her. So, I suggested therapy. Sarah agreed, reluctantly at first, but we found Dr. Elena, a no-nonsense counselor specializing in relationships. Our first session was brutal. Sarah laid it all out, her restlessness, the fantasies she'd harbored for years. I feel like I'm dying inside, Alex. Like the spark is gone. Dr. Elena probed gently. And you, Alex? What do you feel? I exploded then, anger, hurt, fear of losing her. How am I supposed to accept her sleeping with other guys? It's humiliating. We left exhausted, but it was a start. Over weeks, therapy peeled back layers. Sarah revealed her upbringing in a strict household where dreams were stifled. Marriage had felt like another cage. I admitted my own issues, burying emotions in work, taking her for granted. We weren't villains, just two people who'd grown apart without noticing. The real challenge came when Sarah pushed for a trial separation of sorts. Just let me go on one date, she pleaded one night after the kids were asleep. See if it helps or hurts. My stomach twisted. Jealousy gnawed at me like a wild animal. But Dr. Elena's words echoed, trust is a choice. Explore boundaries together. Against every instinct, I agreed, with rules. Full honesty, no secrets, and it had to strengthen us, not break us. That first date night, I paced the house like a caged lion. Ethan and Lily distracted me with board games, but my mind raced. What if she laughed at his jokes? What if she felt that spark with him? She came home late, her face flushed but eyes guilty. It was nice, she admitted, sitting on the edge of our bed. But it made me miss you more. We talked for hours, about her excitement, my pain. It was raw, vulnerable. Turns out, the date was with a colleague, coffee turning into dinner. Nothing physical, but the possibility hung in the air. I felt a mix of relief and resentment. Do you want more? I asked. She nodded, tears streaming. But only if you're truly okay. I wasn't. Not yet. We paused the experiment, diving deeper into therapy. Dr. Elena assigned homework, date nights just for us, no kids, no distractions. Rediscovering each other. Months passed, a roller coaster of emotions. There were setbacks. Sarah's second date led to a kiss, and I nearly walked out. How can I compete with novelty? I shouted during one fight. She held me then, whispering, you're not competing. You're my home. We read books together, The Ethical Slut, opening up. Not to force non-monogamy, but to understand desires. I even went on a date myself, a harmless lunch with an old friend, to feel the other side. It was eye-opening, the thrill was there, but it paled compared to Sarah's touch. The turning point came during a family vacation to the mountains. Away from routine, we hiked trails, laughed by campfires. One night, under a blanket of stars, Sarah confessed fully. I thought dating others would fill a void, but the void was us not communicating. I was scared of losing myself, but I almost lost you. I pulled her close. I get it now. Love isn't possession, it's choice. But for me, monogamy is my choice. We cried, forgave, recommitted. No more open marriage talks. Instead, we built new adventures, art classes for her, weekend getaways for us, therapy ongoing. Back home, life transformed. Sarah pursued a passion project, a gallery show of her paintings. I cut work hours, coached Ethan's soccer team. Our intimacy reignited, deeper than before. The kids thrived in the renewed energy. It wasn't perfect, scars remained. But we emerged stronger, more empathetic. Looking back, that rainy night could have ended us. Instead, it saved us. Marriage isn't a fairy tale, it's work, honesty, growth. If you're in a similar storm, know this, communication can bridge any gap. Seek help, face fears, choose each other daily. Our story proves it's possible. And hey, if this tale moved you, smash that like button. It helps spread these stories. Subscribe for more inspiring relationship journeys, and turn on notifications so you never miss one. What's your take? Comment below. Have you faced a confession like this? Let's build a community of support. Until next time, remember, love wins when you fight for it.